Greetings, bold and beautiful enthusiasts. Today, we dive into the swirling drama surrounding Luna Nizua's dangerous spiral, her fractured relationships, and a looming threat to Steffi Forster's safety. The saga begins with a heated exchange between Sheila Carter and Poppy Nozawa, a conversation that crackles with tension and unresolved grievances. Sheila, ever the provocateur, corners Poppy to discuss her daughter, Luna, whose recent actions have left a trail of chaos. Poppy, however, is resolute. She's done with Luna. After Luna's attempt to frame her mother for crimes she didn't commit, Poppy has emotionally severed ties, viewing her daughter's pardon as a final chapter. Yet, Sheila insists that Luna's instability is far from resolved. In fact, it's escalating into a storm that could engulf them all. Sheila warns that ignoring Luna's volatility could make Poppy complicit in whatever chaos ensues. This warning strikes a chord, forcing Poppy to confront the reality that her daughter's descent into darkness might demand her intervention, however reluctant she may be. Haunted by Sheila's words, Poppy takes a bold step and visits Luna, only to find her daughter teetering on the edge of sanity. Luna's demeanor is chilling. Her eyes burn with a manic determination as she declares her intent to seize her newfound freedom, consequences be damned. Her fixation zeroes in on Steffi Forster, whom Luna blames for blocking her path to a meaningful relationship with her father, Finn Finnegan. Poppy leaves the encounter shaken, realizing that Luna's obsession has morphed into something far more sinister. Desperate to protect those in Luna's crosshairs, Poppy rushes to the hospital to warn Finnegan and Finn about Luna's unraveling state. She paints a vivid picture of a young woman consumed by vengeance, her grip on reality slipping with every passing moment. Meanwhile, Luna's dangerous intentions take a darker turn at a local gun range, where she hones her skills with a steely focus. Enter Remy Price, a figure with his own checkered past, who stumbles upon Luna during her practice. Unaware of her murderous plot, Remy recognizes her and offers assistance, perhaps seeing a kindred spirit in her defiance. Their interaction is fraught with irony. Remy, once a menace who tormented Elektra with deepfake images and stalked her with chilling intent, now unwittingly aids Luna's scheme. His history of predatory behavior, including a near-violent confrontation with Will Spencer, suggests he's no stranger to crossing moral lines. Yet, even Remy is taken aback when Luna reveals the depth of her hatred for Steffi, her words dripping with venom as she outlines her plan to eliminate the obstacle to her father's affection. Despite his shock, Remy's own questionable ethics may lead him to assist Luna, setting the stage for a deadly partnership. The tension escalates on Wednesday, June 11th, as Luna confronts Finn, pleading for a place in his life. Her desperation is palpable. She pushes, cajoles, and manipulates, hoping to avoid the violent path she's set upon. But Finn stands firm, his loyalty to Steffi unwavering, especially after Luna's earlier attempt on her life. This rejection only fuels Luna's rage, solidifying her resolve to target Steffi. The irony is stark. Finn's refusal to embrace Luna drives her closer to the very act he seeks to prevent. As Luna's hostility grows, her plan becomes more concrete, her time at the gun range transforming her into a formidable threat. Elsewhere, Hope Logan grapples with a different kind of crisis as she urges Liam Spencer to confront his mortality. Liam's recent cancer diagnosis has left him frail, his body weakened by aggressive treatment. Hope, ever the voice of reason, insists that Liam disclose his condition to his family, his brother Will, his father Bill Spencer, and his other brother Wyatt. She argues that keeping them in the dark is a disservice, robbing them of precious time together. Liam, However, hesitates, his pride and fear of vulnerability clashing with Hope's pleas. The possibility of Darren Brooks returning as Wyatt adds a layer of anticipation, as fans hope for a heartfelt reunion amidst this emotional turmoil. In a parallel thread, Bill Spencer makes a startling confession to Lee Finnegan at the hospital. He admits to a grave error in supporting Luna's pardon, a decision that now haunts him as Luna's instability becomes undeniable. Bill reveals that Luna approached him, seeking a father figure to fill the void left by Finn's rejection. In a moment of blunt honesty, Bill rebuffed her, telling her to kick rocks. This rejection, he now fears, may have pushed Luna further into her vengeful spiral. Lee, absorbing this revelation, connects it to Poppy's earlier warning about Luna's threat to Steffi. The game of telephone, Sheila to Poppy to Lee, underscores the tangled web of communication and mistrust that defines these relationships. The drama reaches a fever pitch when Luna, now armed and emboldened, arrives at Steffi's Malibu home. Steffi, blissfully unaware of the danger, leaves her doors unlocked, a baffling oversight for a family of such wealth and influence. Fans have long questioned the absence of a robust security system, especially given past threats that warranted armed guards. Luna's presence in the house is a heart-stopping moment, her intentions as clear as the weapon she carries. Meanwhile, Liam, despite his physical weakness, engages in a frantic conversation with Finn and Steffi, urging them to protect Steffi at all costs. His voice trembles with urgency, but his failing health renders him powerless to act, a tragic contrast to his fierce determination. As the storm gathers, the interconnected lives of these characters teeter on the brink of catastrophe. Luna's obsession with Steffi, fueled by rejection and a warped sense of entitlement, threatens to unravel the fragile bonds of family and loyalty. Poppy's reluctant involvement, Sheila's manipulative warnings, and Remy's unwitting complicity add layers of complexity to this unfolding tragedy. Will Finn and Steffi find a way to shield themselves from Luna's wrath? Can Liam muster the strength to protect those he loves, even as his own life hangs in the balance? The answers lie in the next gripping chapter of this saga, where every choice carries the weight of life and death. Next, we unravel the electrifying tension surrounding Luna Nozowa's perilous path, her unexpected alliance, and the desperate efforts to shield Steffi Forrester from harm. Deacon's ultimatum. The drama ignites with a fraught confrontation between Luna Nozowa and Deacon Sharp, whose patience for her antics has worn razor thin. Luna, cloaking her desperation in pleas for forgiveness, keeps a concealed hand on her gun, a silent testament to her volatile intentions. Deacon, unyielding, delivers a chilling ultimatum. Steer clear of Sheila Carter, Finn Finnegan, and Steffi Forrester, or face consequences he's unafraid to enforce, even if it means returning to prison. To punctuate his resolve, he drives a knife into a cutting board with a resounding thud before storming off. The air crackles with the weight of his warning, leaving Luna to grapple with her next move, her resolve hardening rather than wavering under the pressure. Sheila and Deacon's plea to Poppy. Upstairs, Sheila Carter, with her trademark intensity, corners Poppy Nozowa to sound the alarm about Luna's spiraling behavior. Sheila's voice drips with urgency as she implores Poppy to recognize the danger her daughter poses, not just to herself but to everyone around her. Poppy, still reeling from Luna's past betrayals, bristles at the accusation, suggesting Sheila's flair for drama is clouding her judgment. But Sheila, undeterred, doubles down, insisting that Poppy's dismissal is dangerously short-sighted. The stakes are life or death, and inaction could spell disaster. Poppy's skepticism begins to crack when Deacon, fresh from his clash with Luna, bursts in to echo Sheila's plea. His account of Luna's barely concealed menace sways Poppy, and the duo's united front compels her to confront the reality that her daughter's dissent demands immediate action. Liam's panic in Malibu. Across town, Steffi Forster and Finn Finnegan find themselves at the heart of a storm, hosting a distraught Liam Spencer in their Malibu home. The trio delves into the latest chapter of Luna's chaos, with Liam's anxiety spiraling as he envisions worst-case scenarios. Steffi and Finn, radiating calm assurance, attempt to quell his fears, insisting their security measures are ironclad. They urge Liam to focus on his health, a poignant reminder of his battle with a terminal illness that looms over every conversation. But their words only deepen Liam's panic. His daughter Kelly's future weighs heavily on him, and the thought of her losing Steffi, too, is unbearable. He pleads for heightened vigilance, his voice trembling with the urgency of a man racing against time to protect those he loves. Luna's deadly practice. Meanwhile, Luna channels her rage into a chilling new pursuit at a local shooting range, her gun an extension of her vendetta. Determined to master the weapon, she fires with a focus that borders on obsession, each shot a step closer to her dark goal. Fate intervenes when she crosses paths with Remy Price, a man whose own troubled history makes him an unlikely yet fitting companion. Remy, shedding his alias Dario, opens up about his past misdeeds, his obsession with Elektra, the deepfake scandal, and his lingering desire for redemption. Sensing a kindred spirit in Luna's defiance, he offers to coach her shooting technique, unaware of the deadly intent behind her practice. Their rapport deepens as they trade stories, two outcasts bound by their shared sense of being wronged. An unholy alliance. As bullets fly, Luna unravels her grievances to Remy, her voice a mix of anguish and resolve. She speaks of Dollar Bill Spencer's clemency, a second chance overshadowed by her belief that Steffi, her father's wife, is the barrier to the family she craves. In Luna's eyes, Finn is a paragon, a father whose love is hers to claim if only Steffi were out of the picture. Her words take a sinister turn, and Remy, sensing the danger, tries to steer her away from her violent musings. He emphasizes the gravity of wielding a gun, but Luna's focus is unshakable. In a chilling moment, she pins a printed photo of Steffi to the target, her next shot striking with lethal precision between the image's eyes. The act sends a shiver through Remy, who begins to question the depths of Luna's resolve, yet finds himself drawn into her orbit. A ticking clock. The ripple effects of Luna's actions reverberate, pulling each character into a web of fear and urgency. Poppy, now galvanized by Sheila and Deacon's warnings, resolves to track down her daughter, her heart heavy with the knowledge that time is slipping away. In Malibu, Liam's frail health contrasts with his fierce determination to safeguard Steffi, his conversations with Finn laced with a father's desperation to secure his daughter's future. Steffi, though confident in her safety, remains unaware of the armed threat honing her skills at the range. Remy, caught between his own redemption and Luna's dangerous allure, stands at a crossroads, his next move uncertain. As the clock ticks, the stage is set for a collision of motives and missteps. Luna's alliance with Remy, forged in the heat of shared resentment, threatens to tip the scales toward tragedy. Will Poppy reach her daughter in time to avert disaster? Can Finn and Steffi fortify their defenses against a threat they underestimate? And will Liam's waning strength hold long enough to protect the family he holds dear? The answers lie in the next heart-pounding chapter of this saga, where every decision carries the weight of life and death.